Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the free rules updates for Warcry for the Bringers of Death. What a week it's been getting all these free rules, really fun to read through them. I still haven't had a really good look though, so I'm going to be spending a bit of time tomorrow going over them all and really diving into it. Also looking forward to seeing Chaos tomorrow, can't wait for that one. But today it's all about the Bringers of Death. So in this video we'll go through all the article news, go through everything that's mentioned in there, then we'll have a close-up look at the PDF in full and do a little overview of it so you know exactly what's included in it. Before we do that though, I'd like to say a huge thank you to this month's sponsors who are making these daily videos possible, and I'll put their links in the comments section below, and if you can check those out, that's a great way to support the channel and help me to keep these videos coming. Let's have a look at the article then. I've got to say I'm loving the new photographs that they've been putting in these articles this week. It's really brilliant to see Warcry getting so much attention, so much news, and yeah, I'm loving this. So it's really nice, and it did feel like Warcry was left out quite a bit last year, so now this is really bringing it up to date. From what I've been reading of the reactions, I'm really enjoying these, and I think this has been a really good addition to the game. Keeping those rules the same, but bringing in something like reactions is really going to make it interesting and add a little fresh twist to the game. So I can't wait to play it with the new rules. I'm going to wait until the box set comes out until I do, so I can get hold of that new core book and make sure I go through it all properly. But in today's article they're focusing on the Oceanic Bone Reapers, and they're showing us the reaction for them, and this is called Deathly Prowess. And here a fighter can make this reaction after they are targeted by a melee attack action, but before the hit rolls are made. Now if each hit roll from that attack action results in a miss, you allocate 5 damage points to the attacking fighter. So this could be crazy good. I mean, if there's only making like 2-3 attacks, perhaps, I mean, most melees are going to be 3 though, or more. Then if they miss those, that's a huge amount of damage to take. So very happy with that. Be good to see if this is for all the fighters in the warband, and it looks like with just that one rune mark it's going to be. So even your low value points fighters are going to be able to use this reaction and potentially dish out 5 damage points to some of the bigger fighters. So that's no joke, really good, and would certainly encourage me to play my lower fighters with this reaction rather than even using their weapons. We've got a little example of the Liege Cavalos here, and this has gone up in points value. We can see the new branding now with the map of Gur there in the background, and this Liege has gone up 270 points now. Used to be 250, so it's a 20-point increase. It's actually lost 2 wounds as well, so it's gone down in wounds, but it does gain an extra 1 strength, so that's not too bad. But yeah, it's good to see how this is all balancing out, and I can't wait to dive into Chaos tomorrow. Really looking forward to that. But the next one's a really good change and really does make up for that 20 points difference. And here it is. Check this out. The Mortek Guard with Netherite Blade has gone from 85 points down to 55. It's kept the same movement, toughness and damage, but now it's going to be putting out an extra 1. So it's going to be 1 damage on a regular hit and 4 on a critical hit, so from 1 to 3 up to 1 to 4 and 30 points less. So if you're fielding a few of these, that's certainly going to make up for that 20-point difference we saw just now with the Liege Cavalos. They point out in the article that the Mortek Guards with Netherite Blades can also use this ability, which is a double Netherite weapon, and they can add 1 to the damage points here. So that's going to be brilliant if you can take that from a 1 to 4 for a 2 to a 5, just for a double, and they're only 55 points each. And they'll be able to use that reaction, the Deathly Prowess. They're going to be really tough, so fielding quite a few of those might be a nice play if you're going down the Oceanic Bone Reapers route. That pretty much sums up the article, but now we've got to take a look at the rules PDF for the Grand Alliance of Death. And at the bottom of the article you can see this logo here, so you click on that and then that takes you to the PDF where you can export as a PDF, save it, and then you've got everything you need for free to play with your fighters, monsters and thralls. So let's take a look at the PDF now. Here we go, the Bringers of Death PDF, totally free, which is brilliant news. And we start off with the introduction here, which is going to just lead us into this Grand Alliance. We get the Death Faction rune marks here for Flesh Eater Courts, Nighthorn, Oceanic Bone Reapers, and the Soulblight Gravelords. Again, we're not seeing the Underworld's rune marks. Hopefully that's going to come after this, but as we discussed in yesterday's video, we might not be seeing them at all, so let's wait and see on that. The introduction continues on the next page. Again, really nice photos. They've done a great job, I think, in these pictures, bringing in some of the new models and carrying on with this great vibe we get from all of Warcry in the past, so I'm loving that. Then we've got the Monsters of Death. So we've got a Terrorgeist, the Zombie Dragon, and again, I've got to do some comparisons here to see how this changes. But I'm going to be doing a lot of videos for the Warband deep dives where I go into all the fighters with all their new points, abilities, and the reactions too. And so I'll go over the monsters, cover that again. I'll do a remake of the Thralls video so we can really get up to date with this Warcry 2.0. Here's the Thralls now. So we've got the Direwolf and the Fellbat. Looks like there could be some missing here. If I'm remembering rightly, there was a few more Thralls, I believe. Yeah, I have to check that, but they may have even taken some out. Be a shame if they have. I'm sure there was some bat swarms in there. I have to check that out. But there we go. We've got the Thralls in there as well. They've got a reaction too, which is nice. Necromantic Bonds. So it's nice that the Thralls are getting a reaction too. Let's go back and check on our monsters. And doesn't look like they're getting a reaction though. So I wonder if there's going to be a kind of universal monster reaction. I have to find out about that. Right, now we're on to the warbands, and the first one is the Flesh Eater Courts. And here you can see their reaction is called Baffling Parley, and this is available to all the Flesh Eater Courts as long as they've got the faction rune mark there. So I like that the reactions can either be for everybody with the one rune mark, or sometimes they're over here in what's now called the hero abilities, not leader abilities anymore. And some of the reactions are in this column here, and they'll come with a number of different rune marks to be able to use them. Now we've got the fighter cards in this new look. So looking great. Love it. Great aesthetic. I love the map of Gur in the background. But the layout has stayed the same as we like it and know it. So that's really good. There's going to be a good few changes in here, I imagine. Lots to read through. And so really just pick out your favourite one now and get a quick glance. But when you download it, you can really have a good look. I'm going to be spending a lot of time on these. Probably tomorrow going through it all. Now we've got the Nighthorn. Again, their reactions here. Sometimes we're seeing two reactions as well. So you might see one in the fighter abilities, one in the hero abilities. And there's quite a lot of cards for the Nighthorn. So let's go through these. Geist Gales. Again, nice images. Really good. So this is looking great. Haven't played those much in Warcry, to be fair. Oceanic Bone Reapers next. So we saw their change. They've got their Deathly Prowess reaction that we went through. And then you've got your kind of leaders, which are classed as heroes now, maybe, from the different wording in the columns for the abilities. And they're splitting the pages there. So we're getting lots of photos like this included in these Grand Alliance PDFs. Now we're on to the Soulblight Gravelords. Unfeeling Flesh is their reaction. Again, nice images too. Really good. Bringing in all the different models. Who's that one there? That's cool. Nice. Looks like the zombie. And then we've got all the different fighter cards. I don't recognise this one. Blood Knight with Templar Lance. Oh, that's one of the mounted ones. Yeah, I recognise it, yeah. Okay, and then we're on to here. So going through all the cards. And this is the last page. So not too many. 18 pages altogether for Death. So these Death and Destruction are the smaller of the books. So from the Grand Alliance books that we had before, these are always the smaller, pretty much half the size. So tomorrow is going to be a big one. When we saw the release for the Order earlier on in the week, that was 4 separate PDFs with loads to download. And so for Chaos tomorrow, I expect we're going to get 4 PDFs there as well. So loads to go through. And that's the big one for me. Corvus Cabal, Untamed Beast, Beasts of Chaos. Really looking forward to seeing how all those have changed. So that's everything covered in the article. We've gone through the PDF as well, and tomorrow we can look forward to Chaos, and we're getting closer now to actually getting hold of the game. Can't wait for that. It's going to be really fun to get it. And if you haven't pre-ordered your copy yet, then I can recommend Firestorm Games. I'll put a link in the description below where you can save up to 20% on the price and an extra bonus too. If you order from them before the 31st of August, you'll also save an additional 5% on the usual up to 20%, so some big savings to be made there. And you'll also support the channel as I get a small commission from every sale made through that link. I hope you've been enjoying these videos for Warcry recently. It's great to get so much content to cover again, so really enjoying this. Can't wait to spend a bit more time now reading through everything, and tomorrow is going to be awesome getting the Chaos rules. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did like the video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell too to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.